Well, hello, this is Rochelle and welcome to my channel. Today I'm using a His Palette printable called Standing Tall, and I really wanted to kind of journal in Ephesians 6, where it speaks of having done all to stand, but then I found I'd already done a verse there or a layout there, so I looked up some other verses where it speaks of standing tall, being steadfast, being immovable, and I found this verse in 1 Corinthians, and I'm just very excited about it, using it. And so I used the see-through of the other page so that I could kind of do a little frame around this, and I'm using my washi tape to mask off that outline, and I'm gonna do a bit of watercolor paint, just really nothing spectacular. I'm just using kind of a rainbow of colors and doing it over that washi tape so that I mask off, and then when I pull it off it has a white kind of background effect. And like I said, nothing spectacular, nothing super complex, just really working one color that I know blends into another color together. So I know that yellow blends into red and it blends into green, or blends into orange, into red, into etc, etc. So I know that those colors blend. You don't want to use opposing colors on the color wheel. So I know that red and green are opposing on the color wheel, so if they come together they make mud, and I don't want mud on this. So I'm kind of, if I do know that I'm going to be doing something like that, or where a color comes together to a complementary color, then I am just going to kind of wait until it dries properly before I use it next to or over each other. And like I said, with the red and the green, I was very careful to not put them over one another, kind of touch. So all of that to say, I'm using the very gorgeous Faber-Castell watercolor in pans, or these are half pans, and I just absolutely love my set of 48. It's such a beautiful investment in watercolors, and it has a beautiful pigment color payoff, and I think is very cost effective for the quality of paint that you get. I would liken these to the Sakura paints. I think the Sakura set also has a 48 set or a 36 set that has a similar color payoff, in my layman's knowledge of that. I also love that they don't dry chalky, so that's a huge plus for me. I'm gonna just take a paper towel, and kind of just dab off the very wet spots. I was too lazy to get up and use my dryer or my heat tool to set these, so I just didn't. And I'm not too worried about, having some pieces that are less dark, because I've kind of swapped up the color with the paper towel, and I, like I said, was just didn't want to do it and I wanted to get this washi off to see the effect, and I just loved the effect it left. You can also do diagonal shapes, mask off some diagonal shapes, do the same effect, and just love that. So like I said before in my unboxing video and in my video before, that I'm just loving these alpha titles by Ella Roots. They are just, or title alphas, I keep on saying alpha titles, title alphas, and I'm going to use them to spell out steadfast and immovable, which is what it speaks of in this verse, and I'm going to use those daisies. So not a lot of like complex art, really just sticking down some color, and then sticking down some letters, and then sticking down some flowers. But the word and the time that I could spend in the word is what was important for me. I've been kind of working on a theme this week where I'm looking at who God says I am. He says I am His, and that He has written my name in the palm of His hand, and through it all, in it all, we can remain steadfast and immovable, no matter what the reports say, no matter what the, people who think they know what's going on say, no matter what the test results say, no matter what the pandemic says. We can and should be standing steadfast and immovable. Having done all, stand. What is this all that the word speaks of in Ephesians 6? It says, having prayed, stand. Having done all that God asks of us to do, which is pray. And rest assured in who we are and know who we are, and to then be standing tall. Stand. Having done all, stand. Stand steadfast, stand immovable. Don't be fearful, don't be scared. Just stand steadfast and immovable. And that then is my whole story. So using some Tombow multi-liquid glue, and I'm just sticking down these letters. I did stick down the L wrong way around, or put the glue on the L the wrong way, so I could just cut off the little bottom piece and put it on the other side. Didn't lose too much there. And then just putting the glue down. What I really like about this Tombow is that you can apply it in a fine line with this little fine line applicator, and which then assures that you've got kind of glue everywhere that you need to without messing too much. And then obviously just adding my date stamp on there. I do want to add some black splatters. I think that black splatters kind of just will make that pop a little bit different, and so I'm not I don't regret doing the black splatters. Splatters always fixes everything. So we got some black splatters on there, got the date stamp on there, and I think I want to, because this bottom word immovable is kind of chunky on the one side and spacious on the other, and I wanted to just bring a kind of separation so that you can clearly read the word immovable. And I'm using a white gel pen just to add some dashes and dots onto the letters, and then that will just make it pop a bit more. You don't necessarily have to watch me do it slowly, so I'm going to speed this up just a little bit more. It's really just adding dashes and dots, sometimes a multiple dot into the inner or middle of the letter, and then that just kind of gives it that extra little interest. Thank you so much for watching watching this video. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.